Rocket League is full of some incredibly difficult things, many of which I have had the privilege of experiencing. For example, I've solo grinded to Grand Champion, I spent more than 30 minutes being stuck on level 30 of the Dribble Challenge the first time I tried to complete it, and I've even made it to the finals of a community league. Yet, the hardest thing that I've had to do in this game is attempt to play a competitive threes match on a hotspot on a significantly smaller screen than I'm used to while on vacation. And today we are going to take a look at just how poorly this really went. While we recount this story, we'll be taking a look at some of the games that were played in this series. Admittedly, the series did actually start quite well, as you'll see in this game here, and then it kind of proceeded to go downhill from there. But allow me to set the scene for you guys so you understand kind of what we're working with. So last week, Season 2 for Los Champs kicked off, which is where my team is competing. And we knew we were going to be in a bit of a rough spot because I knew I was going to be on vacation, and we had a very select number of days that we could actually make work to play our first match. So matches get released, I go to message our opponent, because in Los, everyone is responsible for contacting their opponents to make sure both teams know when the match is going to be played as the teams set the match time. So I message my opponents and I'm like, hey, this is pretty much the only day that will work for us. And what we were trying to do was aiming for a day that I would be back from vacation and both of our other two starters could also be available. So I was like, hey, this is when we're available. Hopefully this works, let me know. I get a message back that's like, yeah, that doesn't quite work for us all too well. How about this other day? And coincidentally, that other day was absolutely horrendous for me. Being on vacation, I obviously had very few times that I would actually be available to even attempt to play a match. So the day they had suggested didn't really work for me at all. So I was like, okay, that's fine. If our other two starters are available, then I'll just have them play with one of our subs and we'll be good to go, no problems. So I messaged both of our other starters and I'm like, hey, other team wants this day. Does that work for you guys? And one of them goes, yep, sure, no problem. So I'm like, cool, 15% of the way there, we're looking good. And then the other one goes, yep, nope, I'm unfortunately not available that day. And I'm like, well, it's too late for one of our subs to play, so we don't even have 3 players who could play on that day. So let me see if I can find another day that maybe would work for me, worst case scenario, to play on a hotspot. So that's exactly what I did. Messaged the other team back and said, yep, nope, that day doesn't work for us, unfortunately. What about this day? Because I should be back at the house we're staying at relatively early enough that I can at least attempt to play, even if it's not great. And they check with their team, and turns out, yep, they're good. So the situation we then find ourselves in is I'm available, our one starter, Deathwish, is available, but our third starter in Mickey is unfortunately not due to his work schedule. So okay, check with the subs. Luckily, Shivers is available for us, which is absolutely fantastic, because at the end of the day, I'd rather play and have it go horribly than have to fully forfeit and just lose 0-3 with no goals scored at all. So we're like, okay, no worries, we'll try our best, we'll make it work, and that's where we found ourselves now. So obviously, we're not in the best situation, because you have me playing on a 15-inch screen, on a laptop, on a hotspot, while on vacation. I'll show you guys what the setup looked like on the screen right now. And then we had a sub that really none of us had ever played with all that much, definitely not this combination. So we knew we were going to have a bit of an uphill battle, and due to the situation, I'm pretty ecstatic with how this all worked out, as we'll see here. So we're going to pick things back up, we're going to talk more about the games here as we go along, kind of see what goes right, what goes wrong, what maybe is a bit different with the fact that I'm not on my regular setup and not playing with the teammates I'm necessarily used to. And we'll kind of recount this first game. Game 2 was a complete blowout, so we're not even going to talk about that one. We'll probably look at games 3 and 4 as well, just to kind of wrap up the series. But yeah, obviously this game started out very poorly. Not a great start. Just trying to get accustomed to everything. Very slow start for us. But we then bounce back and start to kind of put a lot of pressure on our opponents, which is very good. So, we're going to pick things back up here, focus on the games. See me forcing the ball into the corner. Going up again just to put more pressure on. Going to put Paul in a bit of an awkward situation. Going to look for the corner boost that's not there, so don't know why I'm even trying that. We'll take the mid boost as well, turn back into the play. Probably cut off my teammate a bit there, which made him a bit awkward, but it all works out. We get up for the challenge there. Well done, Shivers. Gonna force Paul here just to make him do something with the ball. Shivers again caught awkwardly backwards, but that's alright. We're gonna again go to a corner that wasn't there, but luckily it spawns as we drive over it, so that's fantastic. A little bit of an awkward aerial there. Probably could have just let our teammate go for that, and we would have probably ended up in a better situation. But that's fine. Was waiting for our teammate to go there, but no one came forward, so okay, no problem. We'll turn around and get the touch. Shivers doing an absolute great job forcing the ball down the field. Almost get a shot off on goal there, but not quite. Still tied 3-3 with almost just 20 seconds to go. Really pushing pretty hard here to try to get this last goal. Shivers on target, and it's in the net. What a shot from Shivers. And what we're going to see here is the highest scoring 20 seconds in possibly the history of Rocket League. Because off the kickoff, we got a miss from the opponent, and hey, look, a wide open net for Deathwish. Why we love that. Give ourselves some security going into the final 14. Should be a position that we can hold from, and why looky there, we'll take another goal. Why the heck not? We don't mind being up 6-3 with 13 seconds to go. See how the final 13 seconds go. How competitive are these seconds going to be? Well, not very competitive at all. We're actually going to get another goal, 7-3 with 10 seconds left, and what an ending to Game 1 we have had. So in this situation, obviously, we suddenly feel quite confident. We didn't really go into this series expecting to get too much out of it. We were kind of just playing to have a good time and see what happens. And yet, we come out in Game 1, and after a rough start, we get the win 8-3. And now, like I said, we went into Game 2 probably a little bit more confident than we should have. Probably forgot about the fact that we were losing 3-0 at the start of this game, and we completely let it slip. As you can see, Game 2 was 5-0. It was not close. But let's go ahead on to Game 3, and we're kind of going to take a look at what might be different in my gameplay, what issues I might be having as we go around the field here. Pick up the corner, go for an air dribble, but we accidentally touched the ball to the wrong side of the field, so now we're just trying to protect it on our way across. We do a really nice job there of staying with the ball to make sure that we can keep control and at least get a 50-50 at the end of it. A little bit of a wasteful touch there from Deathwish, jumping a little too early. Trying to keep control of this ball. We're going to go up the wall, get the touch. Probably could have done more to actually make a play there instead of just booming the ball forward. But what do I know? Why do I need to play smart? I don't know how to play smart even on my regular setup, so how can I be expected to do so here? This is fine though. We get the ball around. We're up. We fake it. We actually get another touch. It's almost own goal into the net in a crazy way. Deathwish almost with the shot. We're going to bump one off. Shivers a little far back here. Going to allow him to come forward, hopefully. Caught in a bit of an awkward spot on the back wall, but Shivers has lovely control off the backboard here. Down the field he goes, but doesn't get the flip reset, and then just leaves the ball for free for Bear, which puts us in a little bit of an awkward position. But Deathwish does a great job popping the ball out, and we go ahead and follow it up downfield. Looking for demos across the goal line. We get one, but we do miss the boost. We're going to allow Shivers to come through. We're going to turn on the sidewall here. Wait to see what happens. A bump comes through. Very wasteful touch just right towards the net. Obviously, that one's going to be saved. Would like to see us do a bit of a better job with that ball there. Rotating back, looking for boost. Going to rotate wide here. Get this one. Watch the shot. It's off, but now we're very awkward. Caught underneath. Lovely job by Shivers to go ahead and get that ball out. We seem to be rotating a little fast for our own good here. Getting caught in a lot of situations where we're stuck in net and the ball is just kind of over us. That's really dangerous, and that's a goal. Kind of unfortunate, not gonna lie. Shivers misreads the bounce, and then the bounce off the post lands directly on our opponent. But what can you really do about it? We go ahead and try to bounce back with 3.5 minutes to go. Deathwish through the air, trying to get the ball overturning. Not gonna happen. Shivers again, awkward backwards in the midfield. We try to help him out, and then put a pitiful shot on net. Really was an opportunity to score there, but we didn't take advantage of it at all. Would like to see us do a bit of a better job putting on threatening shots, but what can you do? Ball back downfield. Have plenty of space over here, but we jump up early and then get our boost yoinked, so now we're starved on the backboard and we wasted possession of the ball. Deathwish coming through, gonna help us out, get the ball out downfield. Backing up in a net, we're 0 on the goal line. This is absolutely terrifying. And Shivers misses, we both miss, everyone misses, the ball's in our net. What an absolute tragedy, we are just falling into shambles here as we move through game 3. Trying to bounce back, still more than half the game to go, plenty of time, no reason to panic. Crazy jump over the top, gonna let the ball get taken right past us, put our team in a very dangerous situation. Team tries to do a wonderful job, gets the ball to the corner safely. Deathwish gonna come out and push first. Shivers now on the ball, gonna take control. Very awkward with all three of us just sitting in the midfield, kind of stunned as to what to do with the ball. Bringing the ball around the corner. This should be a goal, but we don't know how to 50 the ball through. Deathwish does come through and slots it on home, so we managed to pull it back to within 1 goal. Exactly what we needed to do here. 2 minutes, a little bit over that to go. We are in a perfect position to be able to make plays here. We really need to see us try to take more control of the play, though. We kind of just tend to be throwing the ball away fairly often, and it's leading to the other team having way more opportunities than we can safely give them. We missed the boost, which is an absolute tragedy, and now we have an air dribble coming back downfield from the opposing team. All 3 on the left side. Gonna try to pick up this boost here and meet in midfield to support our team. Avoid the demo there as we rotate into net. Ball popped high on the backboard. Tarnik there. What a shot from Tarnik! And that is a 3-1 lead for the Woods. They are just absolutely pouring on the pressure here, and we cannot withstand it currently. Need to find a way to hold off this pressure, get some pressure of our own, and start to put the opponents in some awkward situations. Another double commit there. Columns really need to be cleaned up if we have any hope of surviving here. Ball popped over, pushed a little too far forward once again, and it's another goal. Look at that, we can't react in time because we are bad at the game. Is it that we're bad, or is it that we're just not used to our environment? The world may never know. All we know is that we're getting absolutely trounced currently, and we need to find some kind of way to bounce back. Again, giving the opponent plenty of space here. Another double commit in the midfield, but luckily I do pull off so that we don't have a full-scale double commit. Shivers putting in a challenge, another double commit again, and the ball is again right in our net. Very unorganized on the defensive end is leading to a lot of issues where the ball is just constantly in our net over and over and over again. What can you do? We bump our teammate for good measure. This game is just absolute horrendous. Terrible game, nothing good about it. We got 1 goal, but so far we have been absolutely stagnant on both ends of the ball. Picking up pads in the midfield. See the pass from Deathwish. That's a good play. Almost a good shot as well, just put it a tad high, but at least we finally had a good offensive push where at least we kind of did something. We dive forward once again, not forcing the ball, but instead throwing ourselves in. Gonna lead to another, guess what? Open net as the game goes 6-1 for the Woods because we once again overcommit on the offensive half. It seems that when we finally get offensive pressure, we try to do everything we can to hold on to it, and it leads to us just giving up an open net the other way. That is a crazy bump attempt. Paw fakes, Paw around 2, Paw only with Shivers to beat, Paw 50s, Deathwish 50s, the ball bounces back out, Tarnik on the ball, it's going to bounce into space, we're going to take control, trying to see what we can do here. Finally some control of the ball. We get it around 1, but again we've just hit it away from us, free ball for the Woods. Tarnik going to work the ball out, we're going to rotate back, down the field very slowly here, and a wonderful pinch from our team. It's going to push the ball back in the offensive half. Up we go to the wall, Tarnik going to beat us out, down we go to the boost, it gets stolen by our teammate. Deathwish trying to push the ball through. Can we find any more offense for the rest of this game? Doesn't look like it because we are going all the way back to our own corner even though we're down by 5 with only 5 seconds left. Ball pops out. Oh my gosh, what a terrible shot. We don't know how to shoot the ball. How about this one? Nope, gets saved. Ball still up. Shivers can keep it alive. Absolutely not. No, he can't. The Woods takes a 2-1 series lead and we move on to game 4. So I think the biggest thing we've seen across this game was that we just weren't doing a great job of maintaining pressure on the offensive half. We were then overcommitting, double committing a lot, not controlling the ball, and it overall just led to the opponents having way too much time and space to do what they wanted, and just continued to get open net after open net, as well as a few peak shots put us in very bad spaces over and over again. Moving on though to game 4. The last 2 games were definitely really bad, but we're going to try to come out here and see how we get along in one final game. Can we at least make a series of this? We pick up the boost in the mid, gonna go up for this shot. Oh my gosh, we still can't shoot. It's so weak. If that shot has more power, we're probably in the lead already, but we can't shoot at all. Gonna force Paul here, get the dunk. Tarnic on the ball, now gonna pop it out. You see the difference. Tarnic and everyone else on the orange team always takes control of the ball when they have a chance. They try to do something with it. Here's a good example. We take control of the ball, see how we get along, and somehow, even though there's kind of chaos in the midfield, we got a goal over to Deathwish Hero, and we love to see that we take the lead just over 30 seconds gone. But that, I think, is what we're missing, just not taking control of the ball whenever we get the opportunity to do so. Shivers up now. Gonna try to follow this one up. No, he's not. He's gonna dive out of it, but then put in another challenge. Ball up, gonna get the 50. Deathwish gonna have space on that side. Should be able to take control of this, but he's a little slow to go for the ball. Does get the block. Can he land on it? Not quite. Bear with the touch. We're gonna go ahead and force Paul here. Bad bounce off to the side. Shivers is gonna come out for the challenge. Not gonna make it. We got the boost stolen, and just like that, 30 seconds later, the game is tied again. So again, we need to find ways to control the ball. We keep getting stuck in getting outpaced, out 50-50 in our own half, and the result is in the back of our net. Very slow to jump for this, but luckily Bear is also slow to go for the ball as well. Shiver's going to come ahead and get another challenge there, and now we're going to retreat as again we find ourselves on low boost. Boost preservation seems to be another issue that we're struggling with here, as the ball bounces back into our corner. Shivers with a bit of an iffy clear, and now we're going to wait in net way too long and give Paul a free shot, and because we don't cut down the angle, he can slot it around us and put it into the net. Absolutely terrible defense from ourselves there, just not going fast enough to cut off the ball, and it's absolutely tragic. Tarnic up now, off the backboard. Deathwish going to be the first to it, clear the ball out down the sideline. Paul now popping it up, Deathwish trying to go for the block. We end up getting bumped or bumping Tarnic, depending on how you look at it. Take the ball around one, can't go up for this, gonna force Bear to come through. Open net potential, shot on target. What a save by Tarnic, gonna keep the ball out. Deathwish with a double opportunity, not gonna be able to put the ball in. Deathwish now retreating, we'll go ahead and force in for him. Take the 50-50, look for bumps on the goal line. Not gonna, well, we've kind of found one, but it didn't really do much. Bump to the left side of the field, we're gonna rotate back, pick up this boost. Shivers with a bit of space. Pops the ball into the midfield, now we have some time. Look at us, we're gonna be smart here. Take control of the ball, force the 50-50. There we go. We jump as well, but Deathwish gets the clear, we come back down to ground. Deathwish gonna force through. We can't do much here, Shiver's gonna have the next touch. Back to net we go, again we find ourselves on 0 boost. How does this keep happening? We need to find ways to better preserve our boost so we can get out to these challenges a little bit faster, because that's the second one now, where we've basically given up a free goal because of our inability to challenge quickly. Ball bouncing to the side, Deathwish gonna have this one. Again, no control off the backboard, just a free ball over to Paul. Tarnic gonna get the clear. It's a race now, Shivers easily back first, but it's a hard bounce up to the backboard. Deathwish gonna have the clear downfield. Bear now looks like he might try to control this, but Deathwish is pressuring. Deathwish with the demo, gonna pop the ball to the sidewall. Terrible touch from ourselves. Gonna put the ball around 2 though. Ball back to the sidewall, and we're retreating again on 0 boost. Tarnic up. Tarnic fakes. Deathwish with the clear. Who's gonna be first to this? Deathwish pressuring. Deathwish over the last defender, and Deathwish into the net. So far, Deathwish has been the only bright spot on offense since game 1. This has been an absolute tragedy, travesty on both sides of the ball. We should be ashamed. Ball bounces out. Paul misses the touch. Opportunity for Shivers. Shivers misses the touch. Bear gets the clear. Deathwish now trying to control into the corner. Can't follow it up. Tarnic gonna get the free touch. We're gonna go ahead and challenge this onto the wall. Jump out again, see if we can put some more pressure on. Dunk it onto the backboard. But again, another 50-50 is gonna push the ball into open space for our opponents. Ball. Loose into the corner. We can't get control though. Shivers does a nice job getting the block. Deathwish gonna challenge. Ball over the top of him. We're gonna force Bear so we can't put this on target. Shivers up. Wifty coming through. Deathwish missing as well. We try to get the clear, not quite happening. Bad touch off the backboard. Gonna just yield way to more pressure from the orange squad. Pick up a couple pads. See if we can get out here. Paul in. Paul off the post. Gotta jump fast. Tarnic misses. Finally, Deathwish gets a clear. It could be open, but the ball is not fast enough to get to the goal line. Deathwish keeping control. Shivers high on the side wall. See where this goes. Off the sidewall. Can we get a challenge? Kinda, but not really. Now ball back into the corner. Awkward defensive situation. Should have passed that over to Deathwish, but we'll doink it downfield, and we get demoed for our troubles. 2-2 game as we head into the final 45 seconds. Closest this has been in forever. Another touch into the corner by the orange team. That's over the top. That's saved by the orange team on their own shots. What a tragedy for them. Finally, we catch a little bit of a lucky break, but we are still starved out for boost. Stuck on the backboard here with only 20. We're not going to get the corner either. Deathwish tried to fight for it. Ball was loose. Everyone's scrambling. Shivers has a 1v1. What can he do with it? Gets the block. Over to the corner. Pick up the mid boost. See what challenge we can get. Not much of one. Deathwish going to be tasked to buy time here. Nicely touched over to the corner. But now we have a bit of a traffic jam in the corner. And that's going to be a shot from Paul. Into the net it goes. And just like that, 10 seconds left. We find ourselves down by 1. We only have one more throw of the dice. What can we do here? Ball pops up. Up we go. Can we get a challenge? Not at all. We completely missed the ball. If there's anything I've noticed this game is that we totally miss the ball way more often. Deathwish tries to control it and the ball gets dunked right over the top of him, right into the net. And just like that, 2 seconds left. There's not going to be much more that we can do about this. And just like that, that will be game. And the biggest issues we saw were double commits, not controlling the ball, and a lot of unnecessary misreads and missing the ball too often led to our demise here. So unfortunately, we do start out our Los Champ season 0-1, but considering the circumstances, the fact that we got a game is very inspiring. So going into week 2, we will be refueled, ready to go with our actual starters, and hopefully we can go ahead and bounce back. Huge shout out though to Shivers for the way he played. He was definitely put into a bit of an awkward situation, and from that situation he managed to do quite well and gave ourselves an actual chance to come out on top in that series. Of course, if you guys do enjoy videos like this, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button right down below this video so you make sure you don't miss any future Rocket League content. Additionally, if you'd like to be more involved in this community, please consider joining my Discord, link down in the description below. So thank you everybody so much for watching, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.